This is me, out of sorts, cranky, on a Tuesday, Spirit team wanting me to do an update, and I feel like I don't have anything to say. But, oh my God. But there are a few things we can talk about. Right, Peanut? Update on messaging from Spirit team. The news is there is no news. It's all on repeat. Everything that I channeled out during that whole haphazard Super Bowl thing that happened, pretty much been on repeat. With at the forefront, the whole thing about start paying a little bit closer attention, but really back up from the window, because when the blast impact hits, you don't want to get hit by the flying shards of glass. And I'm like, really? That's a pretty dramatic message. Then this morning, they really didn't have a whole lot to say. But then I was out on the walk, and again, the impact zone, they keep talking about the blast impact and the impact zone being very broad and very deep. Like, we are not prepared for how broad and deep this thing is. And if you're like me, I'm in this place of like, well, God, have we miscalculated this? Have we misgauged this? Like, what are we missing here? And I just kind of keep going back over things and realizing there were a lot of breadcrumbs, there were a lot of Easter eggs, and what about all that evidence they collected, and what happened with that, and what about, the states and the votes at the certification, and there was that whole anomaly, and these really weird, quirky things that AOC has been saying all along the way. So I've been doing a lot of replaying, repeat, and then one of the primary physical tells that I have right now is my popcorn. My popcorn, to quote unquote watch the show, has been sitting on the counter, and I keep trying to put it away. I'm like, guys, nothing's happening. And they're like, nope, leave it on the counter. And then I'm like, when am I going to need it? And they won't tell me when I'm going to need it. So there's this whole thing of like, I don't know about like, do this check. Because today I noticed that Spirit team really will not let me engage with the events of the news that are currently rolling out of, kind of how democracy seems to be burning down. But they also won't let me get on the new timeline. Like that whole thing about be on the new timeline. It's more like, don't be anywhere. There's a sense of deep silence. Like when I go to here, all I hear is like really, really deep silence. And when I go to tune in or touch in, I feel like I'm hitting like this insulated barrier, which is a little unnerving, because to me, like when that happens, that has to do with protection. And they have been talking about the impact zone a lot. So you begin to put all of these pieces of the puzzle together, and then I can kind of hear them say something along the lines of like, you have to live through it. So this is what I will say to all of you. If you are hitting like these weird anomalies where Spirit team is there, but they're not really quite talking to you, and you want to get grounded and anchored in, but you're not really being allowed to do that either. Like that whole thing about how they have wanted me to be on the new timeline. And this morning it was like, no, stay off all the timelines. Like, no, don't touch any of it. Like, don't do that. When they said that, I was like, oh, this is weird. And then the silence, even though I can feel them there. So all of this is kind of like swirling around in a holding pattern. And I would guess I have to say that I'm probably cranky and out of sorts, because every time I go to do something or hear something, like, we're like in this really strange non-engagement zone. Like, be aware, be alert, do not engage. That is a pretty bizarre feeling. Oh, here's the other one. This other one was, I woke this morning to, he's gone as far as he can go. Like the hitting of the wall thing that has been happening again. So those are the messages and insights that I can leave with you, and, read between the lines, read the coding on that. Then completely different topic. For those of you who have been clicking on my link tree in my bio on YouTube, this is YouTube only. Some of you are bumping up against a warning. I have been working on that. I have been checking on that. Not everybody has that going on. And so I've been talking with Linktree. They've gotten me as far as they can. We have not come to a solution yet. My next step is to boot up the help center on YouTube to see if they can give me any help. And if push comes to shove, if that doesn't help, I'm going to have to open up a whole other Linktree-like service to get that connected up in YouTube, because, YouTube does not seem to like that link too well. So that's what I've got for you today. I have some things potentially waiting in the wings, but quite frankly, we are in a hurry up and wait situation. I kind of feel like there's projects I want to do, there's information I want to bring to you guys, but I feel like the sense of I can't quite get there. We're caught in some weird Groundhog Day loop until we can move past this and begin to get a flow of things actually happening again. So, all right, that's what I've got for you today. Do the best you can with what you've got to work with.